What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? John from John's Game Room here with today's video. We've got a little update video for you know for all the Black Ops 3 news that we've been hearing about recently. I figured I'd go and put all that stuff into one video. Just for the ease of you guys and me, it's always easier to make one longer video than it is to make several short little ones. And I feel like the longer ones have more purpose than the tiny little ones. So yeah, we've got a lot of Black Ops 3 information to talk about here. And in this gameplay, you're watching Hardpoint on Biolab. I wind up going 30-19, so it's a decent game. So yeah, you can watch that while I will be talking. So let's hop right into it. So, E3 happened, and they had the ability to, if you went to E3, you could play the game, and you could test out all sorts of different things. Some of the things that was shown and was able to be play tested was the specialists. And this was the thing that I was the most scared about when they showed the trailer and when we heard all about the specialists. It made me nervous, and it still wasn't making me super comfortable with it. However, I feel a little bit more safe with it, and some of these specialists, I don't really know their names off the top of my head. I wrote down a couple of these abilities that I have seen and know how they work. One of the abilities is to glitch, and you saw this in the trailer. Shut up, phone. You saw this in the reveal trailer, and it was really phone. Okay, it was the ability to run. Like in the trailer, you saw him run, and he killed a guy, and he went and jumped, glitched back because he was getting shot at, and he shot the guy right in the head. That's the ability of glitch, and I think there's a distance limit as well as I think 3 seconds is the time you can go back in time. I think that's how far it works. I don't really know. It seems like it could be useful in specific and very limited game or situations, so that'll be interesting to see how that one pans out. Now there's also Reject, which is the ability kind of like Last Stand, or where when you die, if you have the meter full, because when you're playing, you get your little special ability meter that fills up throughout the match, and the more score you do, the quicker it fills. Now, Rejack is, if you have that meter full, if you die, you have the ability to hit L1 and R1 on PS4, LB and RB on Xbox. You hit it and you come back from the dead. You revive yourself. You keep your score streak going. So it's interesting, however, you're in a puff of green smoke when you come back, so people are already going to be watching you, and you're going to have to try to get out of dodge really quickly. And from what I've seen, it's actually quite hard to do, and a lot of people die trying to use it. The next thing that we have is the Tempest. It's the lightning gun. You shoot it, you kill somebody, and it chains to anybody around them. It's a one hit, and it seems like that one could be a little strong. You also have the Sparrow, which is the bow and arrow. If you hit them, they go flying back, and if you stick them with the arrow, they will explode, like I think half a second or so after you hit them. So it could be pretty useful. You have the gravity spikes, which is similar to the Titan's ground pound ability. You jump and you slam to the ground, slamming these spikes into the ground. And it's like a little kind of Hulk smash type of deal, and anybody within that general area will die off of the hit. I don't really know what the name of it is, but there's this one character who can send out like 3 or 4 clones of themselves, but they do like one bullet kills them. But if you run around a corner after being shot at, send out your clones. He's looking at 4 of you, and you're gonna be able to shoot him, hopefully before he shoots you. So that could be useful. You also have it's kind of this wall hack type of ability where you can see people through walls. I'm really hoping that this gets patched, not patched, but has a perk or something that you can use in order to deny it. I don't think that'll happen, seeing as though this is an ability, and there's nothing you can do to block like the Golden Guns ability. Which is, it's anywhere on their body. If you hit them with a bullet out of their gun, it's a one-hit kill. But those seem pretty interesting. And then there's also somebody's ability is the one of the options for the characters is they have the boost score ability. I don't really know what it's called. and it pretty much just almost doubles score. So when you do objective or get kills, you're getting almost double the original points. So that's pretty cool. Another thing that we've seen is Gunsmith. It's their own version of weapon variants, which I'm actually really looking forward to. You can create all sorts of different weapon variants on your own, so you can put all sorts of different attachments and save them, as well as you can make custom paint jobs for your weapon. There's 3 different spots on your weapon that you can paint, and then throw a camo on top of it, so you can enhance your camo pretty much, and that's pretty cool. We've got kill streaks, and I will dive into the kill streaks because there's 12 kill streaks. I'll dive into those in their own video. I'll make one of those pretty soon here. I just, I only have one gameplay to show here, so that's only 9.5 minutes, so that's not really too important. But yeah, you know what you're getting into when it comes to the kill streaks. And like I said, I'll make a video on that one fairly shortly. That'll probably come out. I'll tack it on Wednesdays or maybe on Tuesdays. We'll see. You also have, in this game, they finally introduced something that's actually, it's a small little detail, but it's actually a really big and important detail. You can see your legs and your shadow. So several times have I been playing like Search and Destroy, and have I seen somebody's shadow come running around the corner, and I already know that they're there, so I can pre-fire that corner and kill them. You've never been able to see your own shadow before in a Call of Duty game, so now that you can see, how far out are your legs sticking out around a corner. Is the sun going to be showing your shadow around the corner? So do you really want to attack that way? It just makes things a little bit easier for the player themselves to be able to avoid walking into a gunfight. And I really like that. That's actually a really cool detail that I'm glad they finally did. The next thing is the thrust jump, and it's really cool. I've seen a lot of gameplay. And what it is instead of a double jump, it's kind of like, and I was correct by saying this, it feels and looks a lot like Evolve's jetpack, in that you have a certain amount of power, and you jump and hold it, and you can kind of float up. It's no double jump, and from what I've seen in gameplay, almost all of the fighting, all the gunfights, have been grounded. You've been running around on your feet, so I'm super stoked about that. Side thrust, as well as the boost slide, or it's not really a boost slide, it's the thrust slide, where you slide on your knees. That stuff all uses up the same bar, so you gotta be cautious as to how you do it. The next thing is, from what I've seen, one of the coolest perks is the Sixth Sense perk. Bleh. And it's a 3rd perk slot, and it on the mini-map, it does kind of like Destiny, and it will show right, left, center, behind you, where the closest person is to you. So you're always there, but you have to be really close to them. And then the theater mode is going to be returning. That one's really cool. They announced that on the Races live stream. They had an interview with I don't really remember who. It was Mark someone, as well as I think Vonderhaar. And they pretty much said that, this is Treyarch, of course you're going to be getting it. Again, you're going to have co-op for single players, so that's really cool. The demo that they showed off in E3 looked like they were struggling a bit. And then the beta comes out sometime in August for PlayStation players. I don't know if it's a month later for Xbox, but we'll find that out soon enough, I'm sure. So anyways, those are the points in which I wanted to dabble on. Again, we're going to have the score streak commentary coming later. So anyways, guys, here at the end of the video, you will see a little image to hit the subscribe button and go to my channel. Please do that, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.